It was at UHS. I was meeting with a psychiatrist, and she said, you know, you're really underweight. You might have an eating disorder. And I said, no, I'm a guy. I can't have an eating disorder. I'm a senior at Penn State studying plant science. I'm also the founder, I guess you could say, of the Recovery Kitchen. It's a food-based blog that focuses on cooking pretty much anything. There's also a focus on eating disorder recovery, where I like to share my journey, and I always like hearing from people who have been inspired.
Ooh, that one's making me cry.
When you think of anorexia, genuinely people think of like females who are usually white, which is not the case. So there's so many parts on the spectrum of an eating disorder. It's not just being stick thin. I first started realizing something was wrong first semester of my senior year, so September 2015. And by the end of October, right here in this kitchen, I collapsed. I had a terrible pain in my stomach. My mom, dad, sister, grandparents hold me accountable, call me on the carpet if I'm ever slipping up or going back into certain tendencies. My favorite thing to cook, it's Slovak foods. Not necessarily because it's the best tasting stuff. Some might argue it's one of the grossest tasting stuff, but I like it just because there's a cultural tie and a heritage aspect to it.
So this is 4 generations of cooks. My baba, my nana, my mom, and me as a baby.
My Recovery Kitchen isn't necessarily one place. It's not just this kitchen. It's the mindset of cooking for myself and cooking for others and enjoying it and eating it and liking it and being free of any eating disordered thoughts. Even if one person clicks the link and is inspired by it, even for 5 seconds, then my work's done. That's what I told my parents at the get-go, and I've had people reach out to me through the blog and tell me how they're sharing similar stories, and that's made it worthwhile. There's really no food out there that's worth avoiding your whole life. And as far as worrying about body image, I like to say every body is unique.